Welcome back to Agranak Studios. Today we're going to be taking a look at Glantri, Kingdom of Magic, for the Mystara campaign, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, 2nd edition. A wizard-ruled nation, a wizard's college, and an audio CD. Yes, really. This box tried to do everything, and I kinda love it for that. This is mid-90s TSR with high ambition and mixed execution. This is a mageocracy or a magocracy. Only wizards can rule. Clerics are very much looked down upon. Outlawed is another way to say it. Set in the principalities of Glantri of Mystara. The setting focuses on magic, politics, secret orders, dangerous power sources, and so much more. This isn't a generic fantasy setting. This is a nation run by spellcasters, and that changes everything. Designed for AD&D 2nd edition, and really for First Quest, which I did a review on or a look at here on the channel. This was published in 1995. Let's get into the box. We've got an audio CD, an advertisement, 8 player cards so that you can just get to playing immediately, front and back, a map of the principalities of Glantri, a map of the city of Glantri, the adventure, The Test of Darkness, the main campaign source book called the Grimoire, a bunch of handouts for the adventure that is included, and a little bit of the advertisement for Dragon Magazine and Dungeon Magazine. And you can join the RPGA network. I have no clue what these orange pieces of paper are doing in here. Let's get into the main book. Here we go. The designers are Monty Cook with the original concept and design by Bruce A. Hurd. And then the box cover art is by this artist right here that I will not name so that a very small fraction that might be watching this video won't get their panties in a bunch. But there it is. Now this is the core setting book, histories, politics, factions, the 7 secret crafts of magic, the Radiance, which is a magical entity that is kind of giving this place its very almost apocalyptic vibe. Some say this has a heavier tone than the earlier Mystara Gaz 3, but I'm not quite sure of that. I just think it leans more into the Radiance, which is that magical power that is radiating underneath Glantri City and going out throughout the land. We get a picture of the money, the social structure, economics, talks about religion and why they kind of hate clerical magic. In Gaz 3, pretty much all of the clerics were completely shunned. It was illegal, from what I understand, to be a cleric, but this gives a little bit of leeway for clerics, but still not a lot. I wouldn't suggest playing a cleric unless you want a lot of people to not like you in this setting. Chapter 2 gets into the principalities and all the different rulers, the different princes and princesses of the land. I'm not going to get too crazy into that, but there are a bunch of them, and they basically don't like each other. Maybe they'll like one person, but will hate everyone else. So it is an intense place to play. A lot of political intrigue that is baked into this setting. So it gets into taking a look at Glantri City, and you'll see that there's waterways, much like modern-day Venice. And so that's a really cool feature that you don't really see in a lot of maps or city maps within the OSR or Dungeons & Dragons. So that is a nice, unique feature. The Great School of Magic. And as it gets into it, you can kind of see where maybe, this is not confirmed, but where J.K. Rowling might have gotten inspiration for Hogwarts. They get into magic and new wizard spells 1st through 9th, and I love this 3rd level spell, Branart's Acidic Grip, where you can destroy inanimate material, which is just interesting, different, and new spells. And then there's a section on magical items and artifacts, armor, miscellaneous magic items, and known artifacts. Next, it gets into the 7 secret crafts, which I think is a wonderful addition to a magic-centric setting. These are the 7 different crafts and their symbols: dream magic, cryptomancy, wokenism, well, that's not going to age well, dracology, elementalism, alchemy, and necromancy. And if you follow these, they're almost like clerical orders that a wizard can follow, and they give you different, level ups as you go through your different levels, which is a very fun thing. And then gets into the secret of the Radiance, and I love for the magic users that are going to get into the Radiance, also known as the Rad, that they can actually gain corruption and their body kind of morphs and twists, which is totally cool and welcome at my table. Has some character kits, non-weapon proficiencies, and an index here. And I love that Ode to Greyhawk, where you have the different coat of arms that are represented. That is just so cool to me. 128 pages of the campaign setting. Next we have the Test of Darkness, and this is where the audio CD comes in. The adventure, if you follow the audio CD itself, is basically straight railroad. There's no way to sugarcoat that, but very, very interesting nonetheless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, keep your hands inside the boat, eh? Thank you, grazie, grazie tante. Look, there she is, La Magnifica, Grande Universitas di Magico, look!
But I thought we were going to the Great School of Magic.
Oh, fighter, it's the same thing.
Magic. Bah! What am I doing in this place?
The non-magicians in your party may amuse themselves by looking out the window while we wizards discuss matters of grave import.
I don't have...
Silently looking out the window. Now, we admit only the most capable, most promising of wizards. To ensure the quality of those gaining admittance, we test for general learning and magical aptitude. Now, first, I will need to know your identities.
So basically, you have some mage PCs, maybe some fighters or a thief or something, and they try and get into the Great School of Magic. And there, they're kind of pegged with a murder, which leads them on a quest into the catacombs of the school and the city itself. They meet some interesting traps and things that they need to get through, and some rivals. One of the coolest encounters that's depicted in the audio is Zeradon, which is a Lamassu, the human-faced lion Pegasus thing.
Please, release my chains.
Who speaks to us?
My name is Zeradon, and I am a Lamassu.
What?
What's a Lamassu?
Here, stretch out your hands and feel for yourself.
Be careful.
Well, yes, all right. A strong body, much like a lion.
Lion?
Why, wings. Wings like a giant...
And plenty of dungeon crawling throughout. Now, I would not run this straight today. It might be cool to go through an audio CD adventure maybe once, but it does get old after a while when the actors that are in there are speaking for the characters. But I would absolutely steal from this, and you could tweak it. It would take a little bit of time, but you could tweak it so that it felt a bit natural. Now, to be perfectly honest, I have not read through the entirety of this material. I've had it on my shelf basically because I want to get most, if not all, of these audio CD box sets and games and adventures because it is such an interesting time in the era of the 90s TSR. So let's talk about the good, the weird, and the rough. The good is that there is incredible ambition here. Strong wizard politics, great faction material, gorgeous box set presentation. The weird? Audio CD gimmick, heavy wizard focus, and very 90s design instincts. The rough? The whole idea of having a negative look on clerics can hurt party balance if that's what you're looking for. The adventure is railroady by OSR standards and needs DM interpretation. Who's this box set for? Mystara fans, wizard-heavy campaigns, OSR DM mining ideas, people who love late TSR weirdness, and collectors who enjoy tactile RPG products. My final verdict? Glantri Kingdom of Magic, the box set, is flawed, ambitious, and unapologetically strange, and that's exactly why it still matters, or could matter at your table. If you want to help me make more content like this, consider becoming a Patreon member. There you're going to find my products, maps I create, and behind the scenes goodness. As well, anybody a part of the Red Hand tier or above, I'll send you out an Agranak cult patch. Alright everyone, thanks for stopping by Agranak Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one. Later!